Listen, if you need a reason to sell insurance, and I'm sure you do, because who the heck wants to sell insurance? Anyways, I'm about to give you 10 reasons why you should sell insurance, or 10 reasons why I chose insurance versus something like, let's say, real estate, right? And so the first thing that I have to say, kind of disclaimer here, we'll throw a disclaimer up. I didn't choose insurance. Insurance chose me, right? It's like I didn't choose the thug life chose me. I didn't choose to be in insurance originally. It was my wife that pushed and pushed and pushed. Maybe because she wanted me to get a job. I don't know. I was just kind of playing a lot of golf and hanging out. So she just wanted me to sell insurance. And I'm like, I'm not going to sell insurance. I'm not going to sell insurance. There's no way I'm freaking selling insurance. I'm not putting on an old dirty suit and tie and walking around. No way, right? So I know what you're thinking. But here's 10 reasons why you should sell it, right? And here's kind of how I got into it, right? The first one, okay, aside from my wife, right? She counts for me, but she won't count for you. So the first one is it's simple to start, right? Simple, okay? That's huge for me, right? I'm not the smartest guy in the world. I can work really hard. I can figure some things out, but I need something that's simple to start. And at least in that moment, I needed something simple to start. I didn't have a whole lot of capital, didn't have a whole lot of time to learn something new and go to school or whatever the case was. So it's simple to start. And the second thing, and this is why you would want to get into it, to anything, right? Great money. It's great money. Financial services in the United States is the number one vehicle to wealth, right? There's more millionaires created out of the financial industry than any other industry. And so obviously there's great money in selling insurance products. It's recession proof, okay? Number 3, it's recession proof. This is my third reason. Because when you make the money, right, that's awesome, but you want to be able to keep the money. Okay, and so insurance is pretty much recession proof, right? We're going to have some peaks and valleys, of course, but ultimately people are always going to need insurance, and so there's always going to be need for an agent. Okay, recession proof. Number 4 is you can scale it really quickly. Scalability. Okay, scalability. Okay, once you figure this thing out, once you know what you're doing, you can then train up some agents underneath you to go out and do the same thing, right? You can duplicate yourself. You can duplicate your efforts. So you figure out what you're doing. This is why it's so important to start simple and just focus on you and figuring out how you can best do it, because you're building your story. You're creating your story that one day you'll be able to tell another agent about. Say, hey, listen, I started insurance. I made about 70 grand my first year. Was okay. But listen, the next year I started building a team and over $300,000. Made over $300,000 my second year after starting to build a team. And so what I want to do with you, I want to bring you in. Okay, I want to show you everything that I did to make that 70 and then show you everything I did to bring in the agents and turn my income up to over $300,000. So scalability. You can scale really, really quick. I mean, it's not uncommon for people to make $100,000, $150,000 in their first year selling insurance, which is absolutely insane. The other thing is, okay, aside from being great money, you're paid quickly, okay? You come in, you sell a policy, you can be paid the next week, right? Depending on the effective date or what type of policy or whatever. But the point is you sell a policy, you're getting paid pretty much right away, right? Following week, week after, pretty quickly. So you're paid very quickly, which was obviously important to me starting out. Number 6 is because, well, I won't say for the real estate agents out there watching, I won't say it's better than real estate, but it's better than real estate. But because I didn't want to do real estate, right? Because no real estate. I thought about being in real estate, and then the thought of that class and going through all the studying and getting my license and then learning all of that stuff, and then driving around town and looking at houses and picking up people in my car, whatever realtors do, right? Didn't sound really very exciting for me. And so I chose insurance because I really didn't want to do real estate, but I knew I wanted to be in sales. And so I'm selling a product that people need, people want, not that they don't want a house. But the point is that I thought that insurance was a better vehicle for me than real estate. And we're going to do another video on insurance versus real estate specifically, the differences in how you're paid, what you're paid, all that good stuff. But because I didn't want to do real estate. Number 7, no overhead, okay? To start in this, to start in the insurance industry, and I'm asked all the time, how do you get started? It's really simple. You pay about, if you go through me, you can get a course for $49. Okay, that course is good to apply in your state to take the state exam. Once you take the state exam and passed it with a 70 or above, you now have your license. Now you can go job hunting, or jobs are going to come find you. It's amazing, the recruiters, that as soon as you're licensed, the following week you'll be getting phone calls. The following day you'll be getting phone calls on whether or not you want to come work for this brokerage or that brokerage or whatever, this agency, that agency. If we got free leads over here, better comp over here, your head will be spinning a little bit. But there's no overhead really other than just getting your license, and that's your license. You can keep that forever. It's not going anywhere. So it doesn't cost a whole lot to get started. Was really important to me at the time, because the time I was broke. I was living with my wife, and well, she was my girlfriend at the time. Living with my girlfriend, had a business that was kind of not doing a whole lot, but I didn't care. I had a free place to stay, and I was playing golf all the time. So if I was going to start in something, I needed it to have no overhead. Number 8, family time. Okay, not only just family time. Like it's not just having more time with my family, right? Because obviously there's a lot of jobs out there, a lot of careers that will provide you with that family time. But the cool thing is while I'm having my family time, right, while I'm away, okay, while I'm doing this or doing that, I can either be working a little bit and making money, or I'm still getting paid off of what I did 2, 3, and 4 years ago, or 5 years ago for that matter. So the time that you're spending with your family, you're also getting paid while you're spending that time with your family. You're not working hourly and not making any money when you're not working. So that's a huge thing. Number 9, and this is a true story, fun. You're like, what? Insurance and fun? That just doesn't make sense. Those two things don't mix. And I believe the same thing. But I went to an event, right? And hey, listen, reach out to me. Let's go to an event. Even if you're in insurance, if you're not insurance, let's go to a little event. There'll be all kinds of events we can go and take place at, or go and take part in. When you go to an event, you get around a bunch of other insurance agents, you will realize very, very quickly that they're not just a bunch of stiffs. This industry is a blast. Sometimes it's too much fun, to be honest with you. So I went to an event, had fun with a bunch of other guys and girls. It was just a lot of younger people. I think it was at a bowling alley. We hung out, we celebrated their previous year. Remember, I was just a bystander, right? I was there with my now wife. We were hanging out. I just was there to support her, right? And then all of a sudden I get to talking to these people. I'm like, man, these people are really cool. Like, how much money did you make? What? Like, and you're just like having fun, hanging out, like going into the office with all these cool people. So fun was a huge thing for me, right? And one of the biggest reasons why I started. And then the last one, and I'll write this really big for you, and this is the number one reason, right? That's why I saved the best for last, is this beautiful word. I'm going to write in all caps. It's going to be horrible, or it's not going to fit. Residual income. What I was talking about with the family time. When you work in insurance, right, depending on the way you're set up and whatnot, when you sell insurance, okay, and I'll just talk about my specific situation, right? When I sell somebody a policy, they're going to need to renew that policy the following year. Okay, but meanwhile, the full 12 months, okay, the year that they're on that plan, I'm getting paid that whole year. Then I rewrite that policy, I'm getting paid again and again. Sometimes if you're writing like a Medicare policy, you write that policy 1 year, you're getting the trailing commissions on that for the next 3, 4, 5, 8 years. You know what I mean? Like you're literally getting paid for the next 8 years off of what you did 8 years ago. It's unbelievable. There's nothing like it. So your income, if you're doing things right, can always be compounding. I'm talking growing by hundreds of thousands of dollars every single year over year. Unbelievable. Like you're excited over a dollar pay raise. Imagine $100,000 pay raise because you started to build a team or you opened up a new office, and then boom, your income continues to just go up. So residual income is everything. Mailbox money, if you will. You definitely want to be, whatever you're doing, right? Whether it's real estate, whether it's insurance, you definitely want to be set up with some form of residual income. So hope that helps. If you're on the fence about getting in insurance, let's set up a call. Let's get on the phone. Shoot me a message. Drop it in the comments. Don't forget to like and share this video. If you're like, hey, I'm already doing insurance, you don't have to talk me into it, share this for your friends, right? Share this for your friends that might want to get into insurance, and tell them to reach out to you and join your team, because you're successful. That's why you're here, right? So thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you gained something from this. Our goal is to provide value in the individual under 65 health insurance space. If you did get something on this, then make sure you like and subscribe below. Be a part of what we're growing here on YouTube with Health Insurance Hustlers.